The Middle East is on the brink of a full-scale regional war, a scenario that key regional powers have long tried to avoid. The recent assassination of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran has provoked a strong response from Iran. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, vowed revenge against Israel. He declared, "Revenge is our duty," and that Israel had prepared a harsh punishment for itself by killing a dear guest in our home. Iran's parliament speaker Mohammad Bagher Khalibaf also vowed a heavy response, condemning the US for its support of Israel.
The era of hit and run is over. We approve this in action. We are aware that America the criminal is fully responsible for all of this. Nothing happens unless it's coordinated with and supported by America the criminal. This is our duty to give a response at the proper time and place. It's very bitter for us that our dear guest is martyred in our home, and we have to mourn his death.
This incident closely followed the assassination of Hezbollah's top commander, Fuad Shukr, in Beirut, a strike for which Israel has claimed responsibility. Historically, clashes between Israel and Hezbollah have been concentrated along the Israel-Lebanon border. Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah warned that the conflict with Israel has entered a new phase, emphasizing an inevitable reaction.
The enemy and those behind the enemy must wait for our inevitable reaction, God willing. There is no discussion or controversy about this. We have days, nights, and fields between us.
Hezbollah's military capabilities far exceed those of Hamas, with an estimated arsenal of 120,000 to 150,000 missiles in southern Lebanon. Even Israel's sophisticated Iron Dome system would be overwhelmed by a simultaneous launch of 20,000 to 30,000 missiles. These developments unfold against the backdrop of Israel's ongoing conflict in Gaza, triggered by Hamas's attack on October 7th. Despite recent tensions, the United States has minimized fears of imminent escalation, noting that Hezbollah would need explicit approval from Tehran to engage in a full-scale war. Such a conflict would have catastrophic consequences for Israel, Lebanon, and Iran.
We don't believe that an escalation is inevitable, and there's no signs that an escalation is imminent. But I also said that we watch it very, very closely.
The situation has been further complicated by the almost simultaneous deaths of Fuad Shukr and Ismail Haniyeh. Israel's strike in Beirut was reportedly a response to the killing of 12 children in the Druze town of Maidal Shams in the Golan Heights on July 27th. Haniyeh, who was in Tehran for the inauguration of Iran's new president, Masoud Pezeshkian, was considered a moderate within Hamas. His assassination, for which no Israeli entity has claimed responsibility, came as a surprise. These high-profile killings significantly raise the stakes, potentially expanding the conflict across the region. The reactions from Hezbollah, Hamas, and particularly Iran, which now faces a significant blow to its sovereignty, will be crucial in determining whether the situation escalates further. The international community is now focused on Ayatollah Khamenei, whose decisions will heavily influence the future trajectory of the Middle East.